Hey, yo, what's up, Eagles Nation? What's up, Sports Nation? It's your boy, Cool Eagle, back here with another video. Just want to come talk to you guys. Sorry, I have not been live for the past couple days. Like, just been enjoying a lot of life. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday, the day before we have the NBA Finals that Cool Eagle predicted. Hey, man, look, shout out to me. Shout out to me, goddammit. I was the one talking about the Denver Nuggets and Miami Heat. Everybody else was talking about Los Angeles Lakers and the Boston Celtics. Shit, y'all had the Golden State Warriors uh, versus the Celtics again, a rematch. No, no. I knew Denver was going to do it because Denver was the best team in the West. They're the best team in the West. And we clearly see that on full display. And again, like shout out to y'all who predicted that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to take all the credit. And then the Miami Heat. Wow. What a tremendous story. The Miami Heat, right? They were the 8th seed, counted out. No one believed in them. No one had any thought of the Miami Heat being in the NBA Finals last year, despite them being in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. You know, ironic. People don't just recall certain things, but it doesn't matter. It's Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. And honestly, I honestly don't know who to go for at this point. It's like I'm at that moment where I complete a goal, right? Have any of y'all ever experienced this? Like y'all complete a goal, and then as soon as you get there, now you don't know how to act. Well, that's me. The Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat are in the NBA Finals, and honestly, I can't even tell you who I would like to win. Even as a betting man, I am struggling mightily with picking who's going to win. Now, obviously, a lot of people think and will understand whether they agree or disagree that Denver is a better team. They're bigger, longer, pause. And the Miami Heat don't have an answer for the 7-foot monster in Nikola Jokic. They don't have an answer for him. So it'll be very interesting to see who they're going to have on Nikola Jokic. Are they going to double him with Bam and Zeller? Because the tallest guy that they have on the Miami Heat outside of Cody Zeller is Bam Adebayo, and he's like 6'8", 6'9". So I don't know how Miami is going to handle the strength of the Denver Nuggets, and that's going to be very interesting to see. But what I didn't know is the fact that the Nuggets and the Miami Heat have some serious blood from a long time ago. And I want to show y'all this video from Casino for Life. Again, shout out to Casino for Life. Now, bear with me one moment. I'm going to pull this video up to show y'all. And again, fair use, YouTube. I don't want to use anybody's material that I can't use. So I'm going to play that. Hold on one moment, guys. Hold on one moment. I'm going to present it. Yeah. And remember, like, subscribe, get the content out there. Again, I love doing this with you guys. There's no other place I'd rather talk sports with than all you lovely people and my subscribers on YouTube. Even my new subscribers love doing this with you guys. So, all right, let's share this video. All right. Trying to figure out how to do this. Okay. Right, bet. Here we go.
Watching this video, a miracle has happened. Denver and the Miami Heat are in the NBA Finals, which means hell froze over.
Hell has frozen over. Hell has indeed frozen over because I was even talking with Carcino for life about this one. Just because I just seen it coming. I didn't even have no expert opinion about it. I didn't have no kind of real analysis. All I knew was Denver is the best team in the West. The Miami Heat are the toughest team in the East. Because I'm not going to say the best, because we knew who the best team was in the East. Well, two best teams in the East that both the Miami Heat knocked off. So this is why this NBA Final Series is so interesting because you just don't know. Because you have a team in the Miami East. I'm sorry, sorry. You have a team in the East in the Miami Heat. Try saying that fast 7 times. That knocked off the number one seed in 5 games, knocked off the number two seed in 7 games. Should have been 6. Should have been 4, really, but we're not going to go into that. No, water under the bridge. The Miami Heat are in the finals, doing what they need to do. We're all happy, right? And for those of y'all are not happy, saying that the series isn't going to be successful, well, hey, this series is going to save the game of basketball. It's going to save the game of basketball because it's not something that people predict. It's not the Lakers and the Celtics. It's not the Warriors and the Celtics. It's not any team that you would expect, right? So it's going to be very interesting to see what the Heat can do because I'm honestly leaning towards the Nuggets, but I know how tough the Heat are and the bad blood they have. And again, let's get back to the content. I don't want to just overtalk y'all. But remember, like, subscribe, get this content out there.
Hell has frozen over. But many of you might not know that this rivalry goes a very long way. The Joker, for what people don't really understand or know, have two crazy ass brothers.
Mike, do you know? Have you interacted with his brothers?
Man, his brothers are like mobsters, bro. Like they're so different than him. Like he got some.
And mind y'all, this is Michael Porter Jr., who's telling you about the two Jokic brothers. And a lot of people who follow sports know how serious it gets when it comes to Nikola Jokic and his brother. And I just have a feeling that this element is going to be brought up in the NBA Finals in some shape, form, or fashion. Now, let's see what Michael Porter Jr. has to say.
But they really like they'll come out on the court and try to fight like almost every other game, and they're like, I guess they're a big deal back in Serbia, but they're just like they're so different than Joker.
He's the same one out the group.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. It ride for my brothers. Hey.
And they roll with him everywhere he goes.
D Book didn't want that smoke. D Book don't want that smoke, man. Jokic would have, boy, ate him for breakfast. But shout out D Book though, man. I got a D Book jersey my damn self.
He'll be in the stands. So if Joker got problems on the court, those crazy brothers are ready to go.
Whoo, tatted up foreigners, man. Okay, you a goon. What's a goon to a goblin?
And throw down. Now, the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets, I would love to see that finals. I would
Thank
love
you,
to see.
Carcino.
They have a rivalry that people don't even know about or they've forgotten about.
Now, if you haven't been catching up the NBA, the Nuggets have a 2-0 regular season record versus the Heat, both very decisive wins. So again, that's why I'm just kind of leaning towards the Nuggets, just because I look at the regular season, right? And you know what? Like, let's just bring the numbers, and then we'll get back to this video. Hold on one second. Let me bring up these numbers. Again, like, subscribe, get the content out there. Again, love doing this with you guys. Again, let me see. Let me see. Scores. 1 second. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. All right. So I'm going to share this screen in here. I'm going to stop sharing this one for a minute and share this one over here. All right. Let's go to regular season. Bam. Let me zoom in case y'all can't see it. Now, the Nuggets have a 2-0 lead. Well, have a 2-0 record versus the Miami Heat. Again, both very decisive wins. Like, let's go into one of the scores, right? At this time, both of them still have winning records. Obviously, the Nuggets still being the number one team in the West at the time. Look at that. Michael Porter Jr., 17 points. Nikola Jokic, almost another triple-double. Latavius Caldwell-Pope involved, quality minutes. Bruce Brown Jr., who you're going to need to beat the Miami Heat just because of how set their bench is. Especially when you're getting quality minutes from Caleb Martin and Gabe Vincent. So again, like, you see their bench showing up. Jeff Green give you quality minutes. And then we move over to the Miami Heat side, right? If it shows me the scores, come on, where is it? Oh, there. Jimmy Butler, a triple-double. Caleb Martin was still pretty fresh around that time, so you didn't really see the Caleb Martin that you're seeing in the playoffs, but you get quality points and minutes from Bam Adebayo. Like, you're going to need both Jimmy and Bam to show up game one. Now, I am very interested to see how Bam Adebayo performs, just because we did see him miss a couple open looks in that game 7 versus the Celtics, and he's very undersized. So it's going to be very interesting to see what that matchup looks like between him and Jokic. He's a 6'9" center. Remember that. Quality minutes and points from Max Strus. Gabe Vincent, quality minutes. So as you can see, the formula for the Denver Nuggets is everyone has to contribute. It can't be just Nikola Jokic show. And again, we didn't even have Jamal Murray in this game. That's the crazy part. I don't see Jamal Murray in here. Do y'all see Jamal Murray? So it's going to be very interesting to see what his appearance in this game is going to look like. Move over here to the second game. Well, this is the first game. So take a look. Jimmy Butler, quality minutes, points. Bam Adebayo, give you quality minutes of points. Tyler Hero had a really good game. I think he had a 50% 3-point percentage this game. Kyle Lowry, like, we didn't really see in the second game, but you probably will get quality minutes from him, because again, it's going to take a team effort to beat the Denver Nuggets. Gabe Vincent, first game, so it's like you're not going to see what you're seeing in the playoffs from Gabe Vincent. But again, like, just looking at that itself, it's going to be a very tough matchup between the Miami Heat and the Denver Nuggets. It's going to be a very tough matchup. A lot of these games will be very close. I'm not predicting any blowouts, but if they do happen, hey, it's the game of basketball, right? So let's continue watching this video that we've seen here with the bad blood between the Nuggets and the Miami Heat.
Because they really believe it's with the brothers, just the Morris brothers. But
and I know y'all remember that incident with Morris and Nikola Jokic, where Morris seems to get a cheap shot off of Jokic, and the Jokic like pushes him so hard in the back, it takes Morris out for a lot of games. Just some crazy stuff, and a lot of y'all who follow sports can just remember this moment where Nikola Jokic's brothers were not having it. They were trying to see him out in the back, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Morris actually took a shot at Joker while Joker was taking a shot and hit him in the ribs. And right after that, the Joker put that boy in the blender,
That he
hit
did.
him in his back, gave him a concussion. It looked worse on the court than ever because he didn't expect it coming from behind. So he had whiplash. He could barely walk. Jimmy Butler and the rest of the Miami Heat went ballistic.
Oh yeah,
They
I had
wanted
forgotten he
Joker
missed
in the
4
back.
games. Yeah,
See me in the back. So the
that
Joker's
Heat culture,
brothers
baby.
started going at it with the Miami Heat. The brothers is coming out there because the whole team was coming after the Joker.
And look at that. I feel like shit. Like if you were to tell me anything different, I would think like Nicole Jokic is the middle child. You know what I'm saying? Because he looked like the big brother. He looked like the younger brother that wants to like be like the big brother, and the middle brother's like, okay, I'm here, and they gonna rob his ass, especially Euro play boy.
So you had guys coming over the rails.
They weren't fucking around.
It was bad.
It was bad.
So Jimmy Butler wanted to fight Joker and his brothers and all the rest of them in the back. Bam and all the rest of them. So after this hit was done, true to their word, the Miami Heat went to the back locker room, waiting on the Denver Nuggets. Now, many of you might say, "Oh, that's all to do about nothing." Oh no,
I really hope a lot of y'all don't say that, just because you know the media is going to find anything to do to promote this NBA Finals. Because I don't know if a lot of y'all are on social media like that, but a lot of people are really undervaluing this NBA Finals for just whatever reason, like just because their team lost. And I'm going to say it's probably the majority of Lakers and Celtics fans who are really salty right now. Because ain't no real basketball enthusiast is going to say like dumb shit like that. Now, mind you, it may not be the most exciting finals in NBA history. It's not Pistons and the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? But it's something that could save the game of basketball because it's something that you don't see coming.
they played again. The brothers was in attendance to have their brothers back if something jump off. Those crazy Euros called up other crazy Euros. They came there with weapons. It was like y'all have no idea. These guys are like connected
Serious
and all
business.
kind of things that the NBA is never gonna tell you about. You never gonna hear them talk about the Joker brothers. They are Looney Tunes. So
Whew.
when this
That
finals
man scared me.
ever show up, I'm gonna have to erase this video. I hope not. I might put it on the Patreon if this final like don't happen. But if it does, I mean, it would be the best finals for me to watch. One, I'll be happy. LeBron is gone. It's 3-0 now. They're gonna get a they're gonna get a game. I, you know the league can't let him get swept. If they let him get swept, oh baby.
Again,
They don't let him get one, they're gonna extend it, I think.
man, it's gonna be super surprising to see how this series plays out because I can't even tell you who's gonna win Game One. I can't even tell you that. I don't know who to lean towards. All the analytics I have, it's just I mean, the Heat beat the number 1, 2, and 4 seed in the East. Like, what am I going to do with that? The Heat, I mean, the Nuggets, they didn't cruise through the Grizzlies. I mean, they didn't cruise through the Timberwolves. They beat them. They swept the Lakers. So, how can you really predict this? Now, as a betting man, you're always going to take the points because it's definitely going to be high score, depending on if the Heat can keep up their great 3-point shooting percentage, which is going to be very key to the Miami Heat winning anything. They have to consistently shoot well. Everyone has to play their part. With the length and size of the Denver Nuggets, the shooting prowess of the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Bruce Brown, Nikola Jokic. Come on, KCP. But you got to give respect to the Miami Heat, and some of the young guys have shown up. Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Max Strus. But the Miami Heat are only going to win if Jim and Bam are playing in their right mind.
But this 4 in a row, I don't know. Six tops.
So he say Nuggets in 6.
Well, it's bringing a lot of attention to Miami and Denver. This sweep.
Now, a lot of y'all are undervaluing this series, and again, y'all should not be undervaluing anything like this series because, again, you have the Denver Nuggets and who they have. You have the Miami Heat and the amazing story they have coming out of the Eastern Conference.
Talk. I mean, Miami Heat is in the sweep conversation, right along with the Denver Nuggets. You know, it's good. It highlights Miami and Denver. But what if these two play? That's their history. It's bad blood. So a lot of people just don't know about it. But like I'm saying, you might never hear anything about it. They might not use that to promote it if we ever get.
They will. They will use anything to promote the NBA Finals.
This thing, that's what I'm saying. This video, I would probably have to put it on the Patreon or something if it don't happen.
But enough of that. So pretty much, there is some bad blood between the Nuggets and the Heat that we'll see on full display. The media is already working on it. We don't have to worry if the media is going to hype this up. They're definitely going to hype it up with any little chance with any little detail they can use, because they see what y'all are saying on Instagram, Facebook, and all that. But moving on, though, man, what's up with this thing between Kwame Brown and Shannon Sharpe, man? So what happened was, Kwame Brown expressed an opinion about LeBron James, where he was basically like, Michael Jordan and Kobe wouldn't do that. Like, you know how people who don't go with the LeBron James narrative, are like, I'm saying that he's the best and all that. So Kwame pretty much, and again, to get background context of this, Kwame Brown is the former number 1 draft pick, the first one out of high school in 2001. And he basically expressed the opinion that what LeBron James did in those Western Conference Finals, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant would never do. And I agreed to it, like to an extent. Michael Jordan and Kobe would never take that many threes. But, that's neither here or there. But then Shannon Sharpe responded in a way, obviously that was offensive, because he was like, there has been no other number one draft pick that has done what LeBron James has done. Even though we know Tim Duncan, Shaquille O'Neal, just to name a few, right? Just to name a few. Um, and he pretty much said Kwame Brown is on the Mount Rushmore of busts. He's on the Mount Rushmore of busts. Now, Shannon Sharpe didn't have to take it that far in demeaning Kwame Brown and even bringing up other number one draft picks that turned out to be busts like Anthony Bennett. But Kwame responded with other defaming marks to Shannon Sharpe, and overall just saying that like he doesn't have the right to demean him over his opinion when he actually played in the league. He was the number one overall draft pick, played with Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, what have you. And it was a fair exchange. And then, of course, like the other drama, it's just drama. It's not sports related, so I won't talk too much about it. But my opinion on that is, yes, Shannon Sharpe does have the right to talk about his opinion on who he thinks is the best. Whether you agree with him or not about LeBron James being the best, that's his opinion. Now, what he does not have the right to do, his opinion does not take precedent over someone that actually played in the league with all-time greats, whether you think he's a bust or not. And a lot of people chimed in on that. And of course, the majority of sports fans were like, yeah, Kwame Brown's a bust. He shouldn't be talking on LeBron James. He shouldn't be doing this and that. Now, as far as that, I mean, in sports, it's a court of public opinion. So if 70% of people already think you're a bust, whether they're casual fans or not, then that's just what it is. I can't really defend that just because looking at the numbers, it does scream bust. It does scream bust. 6, 5, and 1 for your career. And he played 13 years. So obviously you can't really call him a bust because he played 13 years. Whether you think he held on because he was a number one draft pick or not. Right? So although I agree that Kwame Brown can't really talk on who's the greatest or whatever, just because we're always going to look back to like, well, what did you do? And we know what he did. The court of public opinion has deemed him a bust. Probably not the biggest bust, but he's a bust, according to public opinion. Well, majority public opinion. And you wouldn't be wrong for agreeing with that or not. But we're going to do a breakdown of that in like another video. We're going to go into it, call it down the middle. But I just want to come on live with you guys and talk about how I was right. So like, subscribe, get the content out there. I love doing this with you guys. I'll be back later, and we'll come out with some more hot content. Love doing this with you guys. Cool Eagle out.